I prostrate to the Arya Triple Gem. Thus did I hear at one time the Bhagawan was dwelling in massive Vulture's Mountain in Rajagriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Bhagawan was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound perception. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Arya Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound perfection of wisdom and beheld those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Next page, please. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Arya Avalokiteshvara. How should any son of the lineage train who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom? He said that, and the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Arya Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shariputra. Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly beholding those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form, form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are emptiness, without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomena. There is no I element, and so on, up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to and including no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there's no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration and without fear. Having passed completely beyond error, they reach the endpoint of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared. Taya ta om gate gate para gate para samgate bodhi soha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Bhagawan arose from that concentration and commended the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Arya Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage, it is like that, is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Bhagawan having thus spoken, the Venerable Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Arya Avalokiteshvara, and those surrounding in their entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandhars, were overjoyed and highly praised. That's spoken by the Bhagawan. Short mandala offering. Sajipu ki jushing beito tramri rabling ji ni degen padu sangye jite wai roku I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits I pray through listening to the Dharma, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. Sangye Choran Soki
Yonda zoje jona la
Badu
janje
Daki
pade
Kapsuchi
dani
Dahi
jesu
Chonen
pade
Gebe
di
Sona
jebe son.
Jola Penshir Sangye
Penje
Chupa
sanje
Shur
roba jo.
Sangye Choran
Janje
Soki
ba
Chona
choje
Pa
chona.
Chanchu Badu
Janje
Daki
bade dani
Kapsuchi
jesu
Dahi
che
Chonen
dagi
Gebe
jinsun jebe
Sona
chona.
Jola
Drola
Penshir
penje
Sangye
sanje
Chupa
roba.
Shur
Sanje junda zoje chona. Janje bade dani jesu che dagi jinsun jebe chona. Drola penje sanje droba sho. Bangi doze ni zone dawa tanje bangi chitambi chune dunze bakon dan de la chansa lo. Doni ni je zon dunje be la penje sanze banje tendu ko chana peme tenze jazo la soan de se shendu lundu sho. Tambo la ege da lu dan je ge debo da dan. Kena dan droa kunje dan dinsa. Tamje ge do da ge chen do do. So now we are going to do the breath meditation for a few minutes. Relax. Count your breath. Watch your breath. Be aware of your breath. Watch your breath. Count your breath. Mindful on your breath. Count your breath. Watch your breath. Be aware of your breath. So there are many benefits to this meditation, both physical and mental and emotions. And through this meditation, we can increase our positive energy and mindfulness and awareness. So now we're going to do a short meditation on our mind. Where is our mind? What is the nature of mind? What is reality nature of mind? Or the ultimate nature of mind? We are so lucky at the moment, clear mind and healthy mind. So we need to use strong and powerful mind. This is very important. Our mind is not a color, and it is not touchable. It is not form. We can't touch it. Where is our mind? Look at your mind. Try to find out your mind. We should take care of our mind. How we should understand Buddha nature, how we should realize Buddha nature. What is the meaning of Buddha nature? And basically, we need to explore new ideas or something for developing the right mental attitude. And we need to expand our mind's comfort zone to be as big as the ocean. Where is our mind? And who am I? Where is my I? Where is I? Usually we take our eyes for guaranteeing something. We feel it that with us. There is something solid and independent. That is something like honor of our mind, body, and possessions. So where is I? Where is my I? What is the difference between mind and I? We should take some time, to be meditate on, be mindful. In that way, we can clear some space in our mind. This we can be happy and our mind is relaxed and less stress. Okay, thank you. So today's topic is the 4 mind chaining, free from attachment. The four for maintaining free from attachment. This teaching from Manjushri, wisdom Buddha, through great Satya Master Jetsün Drakpa Gyaltsen. When he was 12 years old, Jetsün Drakpa Gyaltsen, he is a Satya Master, very famous master. He was retreated for 6 months and practice of Manjushri, wisdom Buddha. End of his retreat, Manjushri spoke to him face to face and taught him directly this teaching. These teachings directly come from Manjushri to Jetsün Drakpa Gyaltsen. So this is a very special instruction from Manjushri. Manjushri is the Buddha of wisdom. So this very special instruction from Manjushri and very powerful, very blissful. And this is very short, only one verse, only 4 lines. And very profound and very powerful. So in Tibet, we say Shenpa Shita. Shenpa means attachment. Shi means 4. Te means, not attached. Free from attachment. So, number one, first one is, if you are attached to this life, you are not a true spiritual practitioner. This is number one. First line. You are attached to this life, you are not a true spiritual practitioner. Number two, if you are attached to samsara, you don't have renunciation. You not have renunciation. If you attach to samsara, you don't have renunciation. That means you not have what is renunciation. Number three, if you attach it to self-interested or self-benefit, you do not have bodhicitta. If you attach to self-interesting or self-benefit, you do not have bodhicitta. Number four, if there is grasping, you do not have right view. If there is grasping, you do not have right view. Only this one verse from this very special maintaining from Manjushri. Only 4 lines. Okay, I once more repeat again, okay? If you are attached to this life, you are not a true spiritual practitioner. If you are attached to samsara, you don't have renunciation. If you attach to self-interesting or self-benefit, you do not have bodhicitta. And if there is grasping, you do not have right view. So the meaning of the first line is, if you are thinking only about this life, and if you are thinking only about our happiness in this life, and if you are practicing only for this life and for temporary happiness, you are not as true spiritual practitioner. Then you are not true practitioner. This means you should be practice for next life, and you should be thinking about next life. As I mentioned that before, when I talk about Eightfold Dharma, exactly same. If we practice for this life, and if we practice for our family, if we practice for our health, if we practice for this temporary happiness, we are not a true spiritual practitioner. And also our practice is not a pure Dharma practice. So we should practice for next life, next rebirth. This is really the basic Buddhist practice. Basic Buddhist practice. We need to do something to prepare our benefit for the next life. This is very important. Try to renounce this life. Try to control attachment of this life, and do something for your next life, benefit for next life. And this is very important. And we need to learn more and practice more for the benefit of having a good rebirth in next life. And we should practice to have less suffering in the next life. And we should practice to be free from the suffering of the three realms. This is a very basic Buddhist practice. And this is the lowest level practice of Buddhism. So this means that we practice the Buddhist Dharma. If you don't have a motivation for next life, you are not a true practitioner. That is why we should practice to achieve human life again and again. According to the Buddhist philosophy, human life is the best for practice. And compared to other other realms, hungry ghosts state, animal state, and gods and demigods, our life is best for practice, best for So that's why the human life is precious. We accept this is a precious life. So, we need to practice for achieve human life again. This is important. This is the most important practice. Achieving liberation from samsara. If you want to practice above that level, then you need to practice for the benefit for all of the sentient beings. Actually, there are three kinds of different levels of our practice. For example, if you practice to be free from suffering of the three realms, then this is the lowest level. If you are practicing achieve liberation from the suffering of samsara, then this is second level. And if you practice to achieve Buddhahood for the benefit all of the sentient beings, this is highest level. This is the Bodhisattva's practice. And this is a Mahayana practice. So we are, follow through, this Mahayana tradition. So we try to practice, this highest level. We try to practice, Bodhisattva's practice and Mahayana practice. It is very important. This is the most powerful. This is the most benefit. We are maybe not Hinayana, So if we are, to engage in the practice, one of them is very important. One of this, three levels. Then you can be a true practitioner. So this is very important. Others, this is the meaning of the first line. If we practice for this life, this temporary happiness, we are not true spiritual practitioner. So now we should understand what is the meaning of attachment in regards to Buddhist philosophy. And how many types of attachments are there? All the attachments embodied in three or four, five attachments. Yeah, all the attachments are embodied in these five attachments. So we should understand all these the five attachments. Number one, attached to our form and physical things. Attached to beautiful forms and beautiful physical. Number two, attached to sound. Songs and sound and I don't know, voice or, sweet sound, sweet songs, sweet voice. We attach to, attached to sound. Number three, attached to smell. Good smells, maybe sweet smells, scents. Number four, attached to taste. Attached to good food, sweet food, delicious food, Number five, attached to, untouchable things. Sorry, touchable things, not untouchable. Number five, attached to touchable things. This means it's, good clothes, soft clothes, warm clothes, for example, and so this means there are 5 types of object of attachment we call Döyonga. In Tibet, we say Döyonga. Döyonga means 5 types of object of attachments. Beautiful forms and sweet sounds, good smells, tasteful foods, and soft touchable things. Yeah, almost, people attach to these 5 objects. And even, animals, also they attach to, beautiful forms and sweet sounds, good smells, fresh foods, soft, touchable things, same. Every sentient beings, attached to, these 5 objects of attachments. That's why we attach to, this life. We can't renounce this life. This is a problem. So we can't be, good practitioner. And we learn and just meditation and so on. Many years, many months, many years, but still we are same. Still we are not, true spiritual practitioner. Because we have, these 5 attachments. So, very important to, so we try to decrease and reduce our attachments. Otherwise, that is why almost of us, as a human beings, always, strive to find these things in our lives. Not only human beings, as I mentioned that before, it's all the sentient beings always run after, good foods and good smells, events, ants, and insects. Every sentient being is busy, 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 busy. Every day busy, Why? Every day, run after these 5 things. And, temporary happiness. And, run after busy for this life. Everyone's, all the sentient beings. It's exactly the same. Because we, want happiness and overcome suffering. We are very strong clinging, to this life. If we, practice to be free from the 3 evil realms, that is really Dharma of the lowest scope. According to the, Lamri Chimu, Lama Tsongkhapa was teaching, he talked about three scopes: lower scopes, middle scopes, and higher scopes. That means lowest practitioner, middle practitioner, highest practitioner. So if we practice, for next life and to be free from the 3 realms, then really, Dharma of lowest Buddhist practitioner. If we practice to be free from all the samsara or free from the suffering of samsara, then that is the real Dharma of the middle scope. This is Dharma of middle practitioners. If you practice to achieve Buddhahood for all of the mother sentient beings, then that is the real Dharma of great scope, the Dharma of great practitioner. That is the Dharma of Mahayana. That is the Bodhisattva's practice. So, therefore, we should make our purpose to practice awareness of death. This is very important, very, very important. Whatever you recite a mantra or what meditate or whatever, we should make our purpose to practice of one of them. Otherwise, our practice can't become really Dhamma practice, and we can't be really the practitioner. Whatever we want to practice, we can do. But most important is we should have our motivation, separated from the attachment and the eight-world Dhamma. This is the most important. If we recite the mantra, if we meditate, whatever we do, engage in practice, Dharma practice, we should separate it from attachment. Attachment to this life, what is this temporary happiness. And free from attachment to, the 5 objects of attachments, very important. But, it's very clear. If we look at our mind, if we take care of our mind, then we can see clear, very clear. We can recognize our mind function. Our mind is always observing and looking at good things. Good things, and our mind is always clinging to these 5 objects of attachments. Our mind is always with them, same like inseparable. Our mind, always observing, look at them. That means attachment. Always we think, something good sound, and good food, look for good food. Wish to get something good food, good cloth, and good name, and reputation, of course, money, and everything, for just this life. That means, attachment. Our mind is can't separate from, this 5 objects of attachment. Very difficult, This is attachment. If you separate it from them, then you are unhappy. So, this, that means, attachment. Attachment in our Buddhist philosophy, attachments, our mind can't, separate it from the object of attachments. That is, meaning of attachment. That means, it's very clear. Always we think about that things. When we practice, but our mind, attached to this one of this, 5 object of attachment. That's why we need good food. We need good cloth. We need good house. We need a good car. So we need many different, like what is living conditions. Because we have attachment. As I mentioned that before, Lama Tsongkhapa and Milarepa, they don't have attachment anymore. So they don't need nothing. Don't need anything. If they get enough food, then can be happy, satisfied. But our attachment is unlimited. That means, if we have once but not enough, we need 2. If we have 2, we need 3. More and more. Because our attachment is just like unlimited. That's why problem. That is a problem in our life, We can't make fulfillment, And our mind, always, very strong, clinging to, something good form, or what is food or clothes, or life, temporary happiness. So that is the meaning of attachment. Okay, what is meaning of attachment? This is meaning of attachment. We need to understand love and attachment is totally different according to the Buddhist philosophy. Very big difference. In Buddhist philosophy, we talk about the unconditional love. That means love to everyone equally. Love not only love to our family and our friends and who are a good person for us. Love to everyone, unconditional love. So this is not attachment. If we love to everyone, equally, some are good for us, some are good for not good for us. Doesn't matter. We love to them equally. This is not attachment. This is not your general love. This is not worldly love. So, that kind of the love is not mixed, with attachment. This is pure love. This is the genuine love. This love is what we talk in what is Buddhist Dharma. So this is a very important love. Very important. Very, very important. If we have this love, then we can be happy forever. We can be friendly for whoever, everyone. Everyone can be our friend. Everyone can be our family member, same like the family. Because this is unconditional love. This is not mixed with, attachment. So, as I mentioned that before, how we can develop this kind of or this kind of love and compassion and bodhicitta. We should learn more of our life nature. We should think more about our life nature, and we meditate on our life nature. Then we can develop this kind of love and compassion. As I mentioned that before, according to Buddhist philosophy, everyone, all the sentient beings, wants to be our mother in our past life. So why, don't love them? Why we don't love them? Because everyone, all the sentient beings, wants to be our mother in a past life. Exactly the same mother of this life. Same kindness, same kind, same support us, same help us. Same, save us, from many fears, situations, bad situations, This is, reasonable, very logical, If you believe past life and next life. We had numberless lifetimes, numberless. Every inch, lifetimes we have different mother, different father. So we have numberless father and mother. When we born from animal, we have animal father and mother. So, so we learn more about that kind of, that kind of things. Then we maybe, hopefully we can develop this kind of love and compassion. If we have this kind of love and compassion, then we can be true spiritual practitioner. And we can be very good person and attractive person for everyone. Really, So according to the Buddhist philosophy, attachment is the main cause of suffering and cause of problems and cause of obstacles. This is very, very clear. This is very clear. This is true. As I mentioned that before, we have a lot of information from attachment, anger, and jealousy, and So always we follow them, and we accept their messages and information from attachment and anger and jealous. That's why we have problem. Always we follow them. Always we we need to accept their messages and informations. Then we have problem. This kind of message, this kind of information agitate our mind. That means near more. Near more means which agitate our mind, diluted our mind, agitate our mind. Information from which information from attachment, anger, jealous. So we try to sometimes we really reject their informations and attach messages is very important. Sometimes you can you can discuss with them attachment, anger, and jealous, for example, and then you reject. Then you try to separate from them, and you defense from them, yourself, defense yourself, and try to save from them. Then we can be happy. Always we let them control us. This is a problem. If we control them, this is the best solution. This is main cause or condition for happiness. But we let them control us. This is a problem. Always attachment control us. Anger control us. Jealous control us. This is a problem. This is problem in our life. We can't free from them. So So, the Manjushri, he said that, it's the first line. What is this? If you attach to this life, you are not a true spiritual practitioner. This is very clear. This is very true. And yeah, if you attach to this life, then really, always problem. There are problem. Always problem. Strong attached to this life and this temporary happiness. Truth of what is suffering of change. It is very clear in our daily life. We always attach it to suffering of change. Suffering of change. We can't recognize what is suffering. What is the nature of suffering? What is the cause of suffering? What is the result of suffering? We can't recognize. So we attach to suffering of change. That means we attach to drink. For example, we attach to eat meat a lot, unlimited, This is what is one part of attached to suffering of change. Suffering of change means, we attach to something, good drinks. After sometimes, then I get headache and stomach problem. That means suffering of change. First, when we drink some little, this is very fast and very sweet. But after some time, this turns to suffering. This is meaning of suffering of change. Almost the people, they consider that as a suffering of change is happiness. Misconcept. That is a problem. So we attach to suffering of change. And this is very clear in our daily life, in our life. When you first drink some good, everyone looks enjoy. But after some time, then fatigue, then argument each other, then criticize each other. Finally, get a very big problem. This is suffer of change. So we need to limit it. So if you attach it to this, if you attach it to samsara, you don't have renunciation. It is also very clear. If you don't attach to this life and attach to samsara, then you can't renounce this life and this samsara. So we should understand about samsara. What is samsara? What is the nature of samsara? As I mentioned that before, our body is samsara. This is best example. Our body is samsara. It's very clear. This body is nature of suffering. That we have a lot of problems from this body. So many different problems. This is defined. According to the Tantra, we never said that this is not samsara. According to the Tantra or Sutra or same, our body is suffer. Our body is samsara. According to Tantra or Sutra, same, our body is useful because this is a human body. With this body, this life, we can do everything. We can practice, we can learn. Everything depends on ourselves. If you practice enough yourself, you can achieve liberation in this life with this body. So according to Tantra, this body is very useful. Of course, this is very useful. This is a very precious body. But still, this is samsara. Not any contradiction. This is not contradiction,
Can you hear me on Zoom? Okay. So you're saying that actually samsara can be used as a vehicle to enlightenment, to liberation, correct?
Sorry.
So you're saying that samsara itself can be used as a vehicle for liberation.
Yes, actually, samsara. This is our body is samsara because this is a nature of suffering. Okay, because our body is from karma and religions. That's why we call this is samsara. Okay, and we have a lot of suffering from this body. This is very clear. But according to Tantra, we can't give up our body. We can't sacrifice our body because our body is very useful and very what's this powerful. What is it? Very useful. We can practice with this body, and we can achieve Buddhahood with this body.
So can a tantric practitioner
No,
be a
that means
bodhisattva?
I make clear. Okay, according to some non-Buddhist traditions, they give up their body. They cut and make weak, and they don't eat food, and for example, and they punishment to their body because they consider that if we control our body, then we can achieve liberation. This is a total different. According to Buddhist practice, liberation means we should liberation achieve with your mind. Liberation, if you control your body, if you give up body, but still you are in samsara. That means Buddha said, this body is very precious. What is for the practice, and this is very useful. So we can't, cut your body and punishment to your body. And you can't sacrifice your body. But body is still, it's some samsara. That means, it's very clear. We don't want, age, okay? Become old. But it's become old. We can't change our body, but become, loose and weak, and, it is nature. Finally, it's die. This body become useless. Because this is suffering, this is samsara, nature of suffering. If we don't have this kind of the body, if you achieve liberation, you are always happy. You already free from suffering of samsara. Animals, same. They have this kind of the body, so they have suffering. It's the same. Suffering of birth, suffering of age, suffering of death, suffering of sickness. Where is from this sufferings? Where is from born? From body. Where is from what is suffering of age? So that's why we we call body is samsara, okay? And body is cause of suffering, and it's nature suffering, suffering. What is nature of suffering? But we should understand body is very, very useful, because if you practice, as much as our care and to develop what is enough, we can achieve, a liberation or compassion or bodhicitta with this body, with those body. So, human body is, very useful and special. One example, Buddha, he 6 years, meditate under the tree without the food. And his body is very become, dark and become very thin and, weak. After that, 6 years, but still, he couldn't, achieve Buddhahood. After that, he recognized what is the main, condition or main cause of achieve Buddhahood. This is empty, or a realization of the emptiness. If we, do like that, meditate, what is not eat, don't drink, and so meditate, something like a single point meditation, and we very hard practice with this body, but still we can't achieve Buddhahood. Then after that, Buddha, drink milk and eat food, then meditate on emptiness, then achieve Buddhahood.
What prompted him to meditate on emptiness? Where did that come from? How did that come to him?
What means
Emptiness.
emptiness from where?
That's what I'm asking. You said he drank milk and ate food and meditated on emptiness. Once he realized the previous method wasn't working. So where did the emptiness come? How did that come to him? It just came to him one day? I mean, is that in the
No.
sutras anywhere? A discussion of him sitting there and
First you should understand what is the meaning of emptiness. Okay? Buddha, through the meditation, he recognized what is the reality nature of self, what is reality nature of things. Reality nature of the body, for example, this is emptiness of a body. He already recognized.
But when did he recognize that? What was it, when he was sitting there starving? Those 6 months, those 6 years? I mean, when did that happen?
No, actually, there are two different traditions. Different, okay. Mahayana tradition and Hinayana tradition different. Okay, according to the Mahayana tradition, so he recognized, what is emptiness, and he achieved, realization of emptiness. Maybe during his meditate, what is his practice, 6 years. Okay, he recognized, he realized emptiness
And
when
then he started
meditated.
eating.
Yeah, when he meditated for 6 years. Okay, according to the Buddhism, what's the Mahayana tradition, he already achieved Buddhahood many lifetimes ago, many years ago. But he came to this world, he showed us how to liberate, how to free from suffering, how to achieve Buddhahood. He intentionally come to this world for our teacher, for our for our teaching. This is just his deed. What is that means? I don't know. His deeds, Intentionally, he came to this world, take human body. But actually, he's Buddha, already Buddha.
But if that's the case, why did he sit there for 6 years not eating and drinking? I mean, why not show that to people in a
No,
teaching?
I told you before, he taught us. This is his teaching. Whatever he did, everything, he teach us through this way.
But what was the teaching?
He don't talk, don't drink, meditate, everything, he teach us.
But for that length of time, what was the teaching in that?
Teaching means not only from, mouth. He teach you with the body, teach you with his deeds. He can teach with, body language. He can teach you with, body expressions.
But what was the lesson?
This is biggest lesson who see his practice, his life. So anyway, yeah, actually, we are, so we believe, so all Buddha's deeds, okay, best lesson for us, best teaching. Every Buddha's deeds, not only one or not only two. First, he born from mother, and second, then he learn a lot, what is from non-Buddhist teachers, and he become very good educated from them and expert. And after he married, after he give up his possessions and his family, and then meditate for 6 years practice, everything, everything, can be listened for us, class, teaching. So we should follow him. So whatever, Buddha is our guide, our teacher. So if we can follow him, and as much as we practice as much as we can, and learn more and meditate more, then definitely we can get something special in this life. and we can be meaningful life. So actually, so this Buddhism, according to Buddhist philosophy, exactly what is the meaning of samsara? Samsara means, arrest from, influenced by the, cause and karma. This is in a definition of samsara. Arrest from, influenced by the cause and karma. So our body, is this from, cause of delusions and karma. So anyway, now I stop here. And if you have any more queries, if you want to ask any question.
We have a question online, Geshe. Patrick,
go
you want to
ahead.
unmute yourself?
Yes, go ahead. What are the boomies? And a second question is, well, how would I know what it is I'm attached to? Thank you very much.
Sorry. Bhumi. Bhumi and path. Mahayana path, Mahayana Bhumi, same. Bhumi is in Tibet, we say Bhumi is sa, Saju. We talk about 10 Bhumi, different Bhumi. And actually, this Bhumi start from this part of science, part of scent. Yes, sight. Part of sight, yeah. Part of sea, sorry, yeah. Part of sea. Mm. Okay, another one, Coco, what's the question? Attachment. Attach. Oh, actually, I talk about a lot about attach. Attachment, our mind, can't can't separate it from, this object of attachments. Always observing, look at, this, at the act of, at object of what is attachments. This is the meaning of attachment. Our mind, always, with, good sound, and observe or, and good food, thinking, good food, run after, good food, good cloth. This is the meaning of attachment. Okay, any other question?
Any other questions
Another
online?
question?
None online at this time.
Thank you, Geshe. My question is that the 5 attachments described seem to be linked to all sensory consciousnesses.
Yes, yes.
So does that mean that there's is considered a separate word for, say, a mental attachment to one health
Yes, yes.
it's a different
This is mentally.
purpose. They're different, separated.
Yes. This is mentally, separated from an object of attachments. If it's separated, then we can control attachment. But mentally, always, we cling to, this 5 object of attachments.
So I was just thinking about that 6 years. And actually, I think the lesson there is when he went into it, it was, of course, to meditate on who am I and all those other things, the questions he was asking. And I think he got to the point where he realized that that particular method wasn't working. At that point, that he'd learned various things through those years. But the lesson really was sometimes you need to change your path or change your focus. And that's exactly what he did by stopping that and focusing on emptiness and going back to eating and drinking. So that's the lesson there, I think, if you look at his life.
Yes. Yeah, it's okay. True.
And Bill has a question.
So the it seems to me that there's 2 types of attachment. One, which is normal in the sense that if we desire to be warm and wear clothes or be in a place that's safe and healthy for us and so on, that seems like it's fine. On the other hand, if we have if we live in a comfortable place and we have sufficient clothing and we have a car that safely gets us where we want to go and so on and so forth, but we're always looking for, well, I want to turn in my car for a Ferrari or 2 Lamborghinis and so on and so forth. And that seems to be the type of attachment that is the never-ending wheel of attachment that you really want to try and escape from. But would you equate those two? Would you say they're equal, or there are, different levels of attachment like that?
Yes, yes. Yes, you're right.
One of the things I figured out tonight was that even though, like, I love my work and I've been doing it for 50 years and it's very much based on bodhicitta, but I am attached to it. I mean, I see that, like, I wouldn't want to stop working. But it's like a delusion that when that we're doing something good for people and thinking about them all the time, but it could also be a delusion, right? That I still want to stay around because I want to continue to look and love them and support them and care about them. I'm picking up my own delusion. I think that's a delusion. I mean, I'm not going to stop because I'm attached to it, but I think it's attachment from what? Realizing that it's part of attachment.
Yes. Actually, love and attachment and desire, sometimes we can make, we should make, different. And for example, if you love your father and mother, this is also attachment and love. But sometimes it is very useful and meaningful and benefit. Also, love to our job, love to our family. But according to the Buddhist philosophy, too much attached and too strong attached to family and job and clothes and healthy food. This is not good.
We can fool ourselves.
We can, under the limited. This okay, no problem, I think.
Delusion. I mean,
Yes, this is a delusion, actually, yeah. Yes,
Thank you. All right.
yes.
I started laughing when you were talking about attachment because I started thinking about my work and how attached I am. And that I can still do that work, but I don't have to feel like that I'm attached.
Actually, attachment from our delusion also. Ignore it. Attachment also, from our, ignore it. Ignorance. Okay? And so, we attach to something good food, for example. But in our mind, this is, unlimited something good and especially. Then we create what is created, stone attach. And we see something good sound and beautiful something, see. Our mind, this is, unlimited, make beautiful. That means, it is not nature of these things, but our mind, make, beautiful and, and precious and something like beyond the nature. This is, attachment. Actually, of course, good food is good, necessary. But our mind, make is, something unlimited, something good and beyond its self-nature. So anyway, okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We can put up the dedications. Dewa di yor
Yom Nama Sanjin Ranjane Rowa Chin Chama Ye Sala Gopa Shu
Changchu Sem Chorim Poche Ma Ke
Jepa
Pa
Nan
Te
Je
Gyorche
Jewa Nyamba Me Paya Kone Kondu Pewa Shu
His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Ganri Rewa Korwa
Goye Shin Kandi Penta Dewa Malun Join Jiri Sewa Denzi Jasu Jabe Senta Padun Denjunji
Prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Fearless teacher and assembly of the children of the victorious ones, Shravakas, Pradika Buddhas. Victorious Losang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of infinite lands. Please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now, holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice. You wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and for mother living beings,
You suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And may we keep the long life prayer for our Geshe Cherub and Geshe Dhondup in our minds.
Chanche Zenjo Rinpoche, Maje Banam, Jinji, Chewa Nyamba Meba, Kone Kondu, Pewa, Sho, Jisi Nanka, Neba, Roa, Jisi, Neju, Disi Dani, Nejun, and Dre, Donga Sewa, Sho, Jambe Bao, Jeda Jambada, Kundu Samba, Dea, Desi, Denda Kunji, Jisu Dai, Gewan Deta, Tamjera, Do. Thank you.